We are back. It's Friday. Unbelievable. Like, where does the week go? It's the end of November. Like, geez. And yeah, so it's day 186 of using Vinted to sell my old stuff. That got me started on this journey, selling collectibles, running a business I love, DM Collectors Lounge, and yeah, striving to improve. So it's going to be 7 days until we do the balance update. Reason being, today's Friday, so if we stuck to the day 194 target, I'll be doing a video on a Saturday, and I don't want to be doing that. So yeah, we're going to do it a day early, and 1 week today will be a balance update to see if I've hit the £4,000 target. If you're new to the YouTube channel, what I want to do is I'm trying to get rid of a lot of my old stuff, my old personal stuff, that got me started in reselling and enabled me to basically do this full time. So because the eBay store is growing, it no longer can fit on the eBay store without costing me more money. So rather than just leave it sat at my unit doing nothing, I've decided to add a new platform to try out selling collectibles. So my old stuff, it's like going back to basics for me, because the mentality and the energy I've got going into the Vinted, there's a lot of hours going into it, but I can see the benefits of putting the hours in. So that was long-winded. Hope it made sense. But today we're going to run through some sales, show you what's sold, and show you what I'm going to be banging on Vinted this week, because it's prime time now. Like, people are starting to tune down for Christmas, but like in this like industry, like selling collectibles, it's the perfect time to like crank it up full whack and do everything you can to smash it, because there's so many people shopping. There's collectors going crazy, mum's going mad, dad's going dangerous. Like, honestly, everyone's buying. So with it being Black Friday too, I want to make sure I've done a video. I'm pointing over there, but I'll show you the video there. So all them have to go on Vinted today. The ones on the left are individual listings. I'll sell them for between like £4 to £5 each, and then the figures on the right, I'll just put them on as like random bundles, 4 for £10. But probably one of my main areas of selling is in like wrestling related collectibles. It's something that I really enjoy, and my knowledge is getting quite good where I know which figures should probably be sold individually, and then figures that can just be put on as a bundle of 4. It just gets eyes on the stores, and parents might pick a bundle of 4 and then 2 wrestlers that the kid specifically wants. So it makes sense to do it. And yeah, like, I'm really excited about this weekend, because I can already see like the eBay. This morning I was at the unit. I'll show you the sales in a sec, but like this morning I was at the unit and I was just about to leave the unit. A sale comes in, pack that, and then as I'm packing, another sale comes in. And to say this is a Friday, like, it shows that people are shopping. Like, and yeah, it's gonna be good this weekend. So without further ado, let me show you what has sold since speaking to you on Tuesday. We'll go to the bottom and show you the oldest one. So same as the other week, like same as Tuesday, a lot of it is wrestling related, which to me, it's like music to my ears, because when I finish selling this old stuff, there's potential, there is scope to start adding future new collectibles that come into the business onto my Vinted store. And I'm 100%, as soon as I've finished going through this stuff, the Vinted Pro Shop is coming, because it's risk free. It makes sense to do it, and to be honest, I enjoy it. So yeah, let's get into it. So wrestling figure, £4. Bundle of 5 figures, £17.20. I say it all the time, but when them double digits come in, especially when it's like near 20 quid, over 20 quid, happy days. Figure £4.80. Another figure £6.40. Bundle of 6 figures, 27 quid. Really good sale, this one, because this was a parent buying some figures for the kid who's just got into wrestling. And it's so interesting when I speak to customers, because it sometimes, like, in my head, I often think about, like, what's the future of collectibles? Like, are children still playing with toys like I did when I was a kid? But, like, when you're speaking to parents and they're adding figures for the children who have just started getting into wrestling, and they're not just wanting present day wrestlers, they're actually wanting wrestlers from the past as well. So to me, like, when I'm thinking about, like, the future of the collectibles industry, it makes me confident that I think there's always going to be scope for, like, old wrestlers due to, like, social media. Social media is enabling people to become fans of wrestlers that have retired, if that makes sense. And it's the same for music, films, or everything. Like, without going, it's something for another episode, but it's, like, really good. And I had a nice chat with him, and I said, I've got loads of figures, so I'm going to throw in a couple extra, because he didn't know how to do, like, create a bundle. So I taught him that, and he was super grateful. So yeah, it's going to be nice when he opens that. But anyway, another 3 figures, 6 quid. Another wrestling figure, £5.50. Figure again, £4.50. Bundle of 5 figures, £22.60. Again, I think this was another parent reaching out, and I said, no worries, you've spent over 20 quid. I'm going to throw in a couple of extra figures. And he said, you don't need to do that. But I was like, yeah, this time of year, it's, like, so nice when people are choosing to shop with me and knowing that the service I provide has potential to, like, yeah, be part of their Christmas. It's like, do something good. But anyway, so next up, massive sale on figures, 50 quid figures. Over to Rocky, we had an Apollo Creed figure sell, £33.50. Over to the eBay now. Again, if you're new, I used some of the Vinted pot money that's building up to buy more collectibles. Instead of leaving it in the bank account to just make, like, 1.9% interest, I'm using that money to buy more collectibles, and then collectibles go on my business side, which is eBay. So I bought, like, how many did I buy? Like 800 wrestling magazines, and I created a multi-listing. And again, happy days, because we've got a repeat buyer who's been back now for, like, it must have been like half a dozen times, but they've bought another magazine, this time the 2005 WrestleMania sealed programme, 30 quid. Fees do need to come off that. Staying with eBay, this time I spent £1,200 of the Vinted pot money to buy some wrestling figures, and so we had a sale for Dusty Rhodes, 20 quid. Fees do need to come off. Bundle back over to Vinted, bundle of 7 figures, 30 quid. I say it's good when it's 20, so when it's, like, in the 30s, happy days. Bundle of 4 figures for a tenner. Bundle of 6 figures, £21.40. Back over to eBay. Again, I spent £506 of the Vinted pot money on loads of football pennants. I always aim to try and bring in the collectibles I enjoy, and that's, like, sports from primarily, like, the 90s and early 2000s or before, because I think that's when football was at its best. But I got a bunch of football pennants, and we see there, like, an Altrincham FC one sold for 20 quid on eBay. Back over to Vinted, 3 figures, £11.70. Wrestling figure again, 7 quid. Wrestling figure again, 4 quid. And we're back to the start, I think. Back to the start, yeah. So, pretty chilled Friday in terms of, like, talking too much about anything else, other than right now, like, the dial is turned up to maximum, because I can see that the more work I put in this weekend on, say, like those figures, the eBay is like looking after itself. I've got some deals I want to do for the first 5 days of December, just to try and get like some interest on the store and get like a lot of people looking through the store. But yeah, there's not really too much else to do. I need to get those listings done for the Vinted, and then after that, it's happy days. But Christmas is coming, so like I'm on 100 right now, just working hard. Have a good weekend. If you've not already subscribed to the channel, hit subscribe, and if, say, like you do videos yourself, like let me know, and I'd love to check out what you do. But yeah, have a good weekend. See you in a bit.